Okay, anyways, we're here at the start of Naxxramas. We're going for Slayer's Crest on this character, blasting some mutilates here. We got Dream Eater, Dagger of Veiled Shadows, 6-piece Bone Scythe, 2-piece Death Dealers, Toxicologist on the shoulder, and we're really hoping to get Slayer's Crest. It's a tough one to get. A lot of people want that trinket, but it would be a big boost to us. I'm playing this character in Scarlet Enclave tomorrow, so we're hitting the Naxxramas today, so we have a chance at the item, you know, the best items I can get. And also, we got something kind of interesting. Madolite, I believe they said they had QUEENSFALL, QUEENSFALL. We're gonna see how much damage Madolite is doing in this group. Look at that. Yeah, QUEENSFALL, KingsFall set, and 2-piece Duskwraith DPS. This person is gonna do insane damage. I don't think there's any way I can touch that person's damage output here today. I'm excited to see what's the potential of that. I haven't been able to get QUEENSFALL on any of my characters yet. So yeah, I'm stoked for that. Let's look at the soft reserve sheet. I think we don't have that much competition on Slayers.
5.
Yeah, we're 3 rolls out of 5, so we have pretty good odds if it does drop. But Slayer's Crest is far away. It's on Sapphiron, and we're on the very first boss. So we're vibing and we're blasting, and we'll see what happens. Nope, launched into there. I could have dodged that if I reacted a little bit quicker. No, net it again. Let me pull the damage meter a little bit bigger. Look at that. 27.5. Holy moly. That's some QUEENSFALL power right there. Holy. That's good. I think if they put in a Sapphiron Kel'Thuzad skip, I think it would... a lot of existing players would like that a lot, but I think what would happen is it would be much harder to gear up a new character because so many runs would just be Sapphiron Kel'Thuzad skip, and there wouldn't be any, you know, there'd be so many fewer runs that actually killed the bosses to get the tier tokens. So if they put a skip to Sapphiron and Kel'Thuzad, I think it'd make the existing players maybe happy, but anyone trying to get into the game or not already geared would be upset. I didn't even look at the loot. I don't think there's any relevant loot early on in this raid for us. Getting cleaved by that thing. Couple people dead. You're gonna play Mop, sir? Not planning on it. I mean, ever since they added the WoW token in, I was just like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this. You know, gold buying is bad for the game. That's why it's been against the rules for so long. And I think it is a bad thing when Blizzard makes it okay to buy gold and says, okay, well, gold buying was banned before, but it's okay if you buy gold as long as you buy it from us. And making it okay and not like a bannable offense means a lot more people are going to participate in it. Like, I get that, you know, maybe their enforcement of gold buying in the versions where it is banned wasn't the greatest, but there's no doubt in my mind that making it, like, totally acceptable means way more people are going to do it. Yeah, it came in Wrath, and there was like no other compelling version of WoW to play, and as soon as Season of Discovery came out, I just went back to Season of Discovery and stopped playing Wrath. I didn't even log back in for Ruby Sanctum. I didn't do a single Ruby Sanctum. Season of Discovery was out, the WoW token was in, Wrath of Lich King, just not interested in being there anymore. They add WoW token to SOD, will you continue to play it? I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to happen. And if it does, I will decide when it does happen. You don't have to die on the anti-WoW token hill. Yeah, but like, I have a spine. Like, I'm not gonna just sit here and like chill Blizzard. Like, I fucking rag on that shit company all the time when they release bad products to their customers. Like when AQ came out, and like, okay, there's been a lot of raid phases in Season of Discovery where the raid releases and it's fucking obvious that no one logged in and tested the raid a single time, because there are big problems affecting many or all players that you would have found out if you had logged in and tested the raid a single time before releasing it to live servers. And that's, you know, I feel like that's a very fair expectation. I think it's fair to expect a company you're paying monthly to test their new content one time before releasing it. And that's shit. I'm not gonna sit here and just like eat up anything Blizzard produces. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, I don't know what the message here is with you saying like, don't die on the anti-WoW token hill. I think the WoW token's bad for the game.
Your mortal desires mean nothing. You are acolytes of the Master now, and you will serve the cause without question. The greatest glory is to die in the Master's service.
Ooh, we should switch to Speedstone and Elemental Sharpening Stone. Can I die on the GDKP ban was all optics hill? Yeah, I feel like it was largely an optics thing too. Community hates GDKP. And like, I've talked about it so many times, I've made videos about it, and there's like undeniable good things about GDKP. Like, it comes with some bad things too, but there's a lot of benefits to the GDKP system that a totally legitimate player would enjoy. But as soon as you start saying GDKP good, you just get drowned out by like people who watched one Metagoblin video where he said GDKPs are linked to real world crime organizations, and then they just can't listen to, they just like cannot understand that there may be some nuance or maybe not totally black and white. Just like, man, the community absolutely hates GDKP. Yeah, one of Metagoblin's videos, he did say that GDKP was linked to real-world crime organizations. Which was fucking absurd to me. Like, there might be, like, I actually don't doubt that there are some GDKP groups that are linked to some real-world crime organizations, but, like, because just, like, sure, probably that exists somewhere in the world. I mean, my favorite thing about participating in GDKP is it's a loot system where I know, for me, this is what I think is the best part about it. It's a loot system where I know every raid I go to, I'm going to walk out with something valuable for my time. I'm either going to have an item or I'm going to have more gold in my bag to potentially win an item next week. But the vast majority of soft reserve raids and other raids, the expectation is that I go in and I walk out with nothing. In fact, I walk out with negative repair bill and, like, consumes spent. And, like, I just like the reliability of that. It's like, I know I'm getting rewarded for my time in that system. Marks first, then boss. Oh, are you serious, bro? We have to not tunnel vision the boss? Who's this raid leader? Who does this raid leader think I am? They think I'm gonna not tunnel vision the boss just because they put a skull on something that isn't the boss? Wait, that's Shard Farmer. It's not even the raid leader. Hang on. Yeah, the raid leader and loot master wasn't the one telling me to not tunnel vision the boss. Also, they said marks first, then boss, but the boss is marked.
5, 4, 3.
I think you guys know what I'm doing.
1.
Kneel before me, worm.
There's no armor debuff on this boss right now at all. Bro, any armor debuffs? Anyone? Armor debuff, please? One sunder, 2 sunders. Oh my god, we're doing it. 5 sunders achieved at 53% boss health. Wait, Madalite is dead. Oh no! I was looking at the damage meter and I was like, how is Madalite not destroying me? Wait, where even is Madalite? And then I looked at the raid frames and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense now. QUEENSFALL don't do any damage if you're dead. It's okay, they're gonna. I'm messing around. I don't mean to make Madalite feel bad. Have to throttle, apparently. You need... Okay, what you need... Look, I don't know. Maybe you don't play in as many pugs as me. You need to effectively use your evasion and vanish to be able to continue pumping despite tanks not generating enough threat. Your tactical use of evasion and vanish to deal with the sometimes suboptimal threat generation. In guild chat, they said, can't imagine spending 500 gold a raid for no loot. And I'm like, you mean 5 out of 8 of my Scarlet Enclave raids so far? Where I got 0 loot? And spent hundreds of gold of consumables? Good stuff. Alright, Spider Boss first, or first wing. Maexxna will vanish one of the web sprays. Don't have a Fetish of the Sand Reaver on this character to immune a second web spray. Excuse me. Damn, I was gonna try to distract those guys. Distract them, though.
The first kill goes to me. Anyone?
You raid weekly at what hard mode? Oh, you're talking to Postzilla, not me. I see. RHSI is still working as saying. I mean, I didn't go back and test it again. I tested it 2 days ago. I'm not going to go in and carefully test it every single day to see if it's still working. Oh, you already did Naxx on this character? Nope. Not that this is the second Naxx I've done this reset. We did Simonized earlier. Simonize her and Simonize Orc still need to go. Simonize her is going right now. Oh, shit. Had threat on that ghoul and I didn't have Vanish. Good stuff. Alright, targeting Maexxna, stacking up some Honor Among Thieves combo points so I can pre-pull Slice and Dice. Look at that. Alright, what do we need? A food buff? We have Honey Badger, we have Giants. We have attack power. Yeah, we just need food buff then. Belay O flank. Let's go. Green potion. This is Winterfall Firewater. 35 attack power. Please join Discord. Oh my god. People expecting way too much. What if I just don't? Maybe I should. Join server. Yeah, I feel like this wasn't part of the initial agreement of attending this, of having to join voice comms. Alright. I'm in. You guys can't hear it. Have you been into invasion boosting? Yeah, I did it a while ago. And there is a post about it in this SOD FAQ channel on the Discord, Nave. I tried a lot of different weapon and equipment setups and looked at which one was giving me the most DPS.
Five, four,
Alright, Maexxna time.
1.
This looks like maximum melee range. "14 seconds on the web spray.
Five, four, 3,
Here we go.
2, 1.
Perfect vanish. Avoiding the web spray. Oh, we'll get stunned by the second one, but it was good to start. Oh, is there no... Oh, shit, there's no Wild Strikes, and there's no Wind Fury in this group. Are we getting Grace of Air? What totem buff are we even getting? Are we getting no totems?
2,
I don't see Grace of Air or Wind Fury. I should just put another Sharpening Stone on if there's no Wind Fury happening. Bro, we got fucking gapped. Fucking QUEENSFALL, god damn it.
Who dares violate the sanctity of my domain?
That item is so much power.
Who trespass here are doomed.
Alright, is Chain like a elemental shaman? So maybe he's like buffing himself with some other buff that is good for himself. I think the nice shaman in your group is dropping. It wasn't... I don't think it was up for Maexxna, at least. You got it at the end of the fight. Okay, whatever. If it's not consistently up, I will just go with a second Sharpening Stone, right? That's better than, like, on again, off again, Wind Fury. Okay. I didn't know how much those hurt. Apparently they hurt a lot, and we shouldn't do that. Had Wind Fury and Strength down, might have ranged him. Okay, that makes sense. Burnt, are you the shaman here? Okay, if you're trying, that's good enough. That room is big, so outranging them, that's a reasonable thing that could have happened. Patchwerk time. Alright, 10 minutes left on food buff. Targeting boss. Alright, everything looks good. 13 minutes on the hour-long buffs. Okay, this needs to be consecrated stone. Go. I don't think there's anything else we need to press here. Boss isn't a demon. I don't need the Demon Slayer elixir. Oh, you know what I forgot this whole time? Draft of the Sands. Doesn't work in Scarlet Enclave, does work in Naxxramas. Really big improvement from using Draft of the Sands. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Kel'Thuzad make Patchwerk his avatar of war.
Bro, this is... Tanking him in the slime is not what you want. All these melees who are in the slime are taking an 80% stat loss. They should not DPS this boss while being literally in the slime. This is my chance to beat Madalite, even though they have QUEENSFALL. They spent too much time in the slime, it's over. Oh no, they're creeping up on me though. No, no! No!
Turn back while there's still time.
Yeah, okay, so for future reference, do not stand in the slime. Watch, look at my agility. 86. 861. 86. So, okay, so it's a 90% stat loss. The raid leader did say to stand in the slime. You can use the slime to, like, lower your health. Because when you take a 90% stat loss, you know, your max health is, like, 7,000 or whatever. Then you step out. And you stay at, like, the same raw health amount, even though your maximum goes back up to 22,000. No, as far as I know, that's how the slime has always worked. 90% stat loss and a very minor damage over time. Like that, it works that way in Era. It'll work that way in Anniversary. Did they sunder that time? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. The boss, you know, admittedly, at the end of the day, the boss did die, and I don't think any melees died on that boss. So, it's not that big of an issue. Too much threat on that target. Switching to this target. Good. Oh, there's only 3 shamans in this raid. That's not very many. So most groups are just not getting totems at all, I guess. Yeet. Into the air. Stun that. Alright, it's Grobbulus time. Four minutes on my food buff, plenty of time left. Let's get the limited invulnerability potions on the action bar. That's getting ready for Gluth. We use those to be immune to his fear. Inferior Totem active. I can see it. Boom. It's actually in a really good position. Assuming they kite him this way, which is what most groups do in my experience, then that Wind Fury Totem is like really ideally positioned. Alright, Grobbulus on his way back. Enter stealth.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boss is in. No, are they taking him the other way? No, they're taking him the other way! No! Alright, saving Blade Flurry to pad when he spawns ads, obviously. Blade Flurry up. Evasion up, also. Refresh Crimson on all those ads. Nice. Huge dam. Not refreshing Crimson because the boss is dead. There we go. Alright, that worked out. To Gluth we go. Slash target Gluth. We get combo points on the boss before engaging it, thanks to the Helm rune, Honor Among Thieves. When any player in your party critical hits with a spell or ability, you gain a combo point on your current target. Hang on, let me off-spec roll those shoulder pads. You can always use an extra copy of shoulder pads. For different, like, shoulder runes or whatever. Right, so... Right, whenever anyone critical hits with a spell or ability, you gain a combo point on your current target. Right, so I just target the boss beforehand, and people can, like, get crits with heals or something, or crits when they're attacking trash mobs, and I target the boss, like, a little bit before, you know, we're done with the trash. So this will allow me to put like a little slice and dice up right before the fight starts. Let me refresh Honey Badger and Giants. They're at only 3 minutes left. Excuse me. Ready? Oh, shit. I didn't realize they were stopping in the tunnel. Almost none of my groups stop at the end of the tunnel. I just kept going forward, and then all of a sudden I was the first person. Yeah, oh well. This is not where I think it's supposed to be. Feared again. Okay, now it's going towards the door. Let's sprint. Slice and dice. Alright, Blade Flurry, Blood Fury. We'll use our lip to immune this fear. So we can keep pumping with our cooldowns up. There we go, the fear went out. I was immune to it. Good, good. Got it taken care of now. Fear. Shadow Step immediately after the fear. Not bad. Bindings, Remnants of Valor, Sandals, Stygian Buckler. Okay. What's the benefit of killing Doan first? Well, then Doan isn't teleporting around the room, blasting people, causing chaos. So you just kill him and then the fight's way simpler. Just DPS uptime. I mean, the raid takes less damage. There's less mechanics to worry about. I don't know how it really directly impacts DPS uptime, but like, you just the raid takes less damage and there's less mechanics to worry about. Well, here's the best, what I would say is the best way to convince your raid leader. We did 6 pulls in a row, failing to kill the boss, and we killed the boss on the very first attempt where we targeted Doan first. 7th try, which was the first try where we targeted Doan first, easy. Instant kill. I mean, I will advocate for this strategy in every other Scarlet Enclave group I join. And if they try to do something other than kill Doan first, I'm going to argue with the raid leader. And like, you know, maybe they'll shoot me down, maybe they won't. But fuck, man, Doan first just feels way easier. What does Doan do when he dies? He fills the middle with lava. Doesn't matter, no one stands in the middle anyways. And the fire tornado is permanent once Doan is dead. Which also doesn't matter, because that shit doesn't do any damage. They're saying there's way more melee DPS on Fugin's side than there is DPS on Stalag's side. So we may have to throttle damage on Fugin if Stalag isn't dying fast enough.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo. We need more Fugin. Evading. What? They're about even now. Very weird comms of when to start and stop DPS. It's okay. We made it. I think. Alright, alright, alright. Thaddius. Thaddius time. Slicey Dice up. Crimson Tempest up. Holding the cooldowns till after we have polarity. Okay, negative left, positive right. We go this way. We got the same side as the tank. Unlucky. Welcome to Parry City, where all of our Envenoms will get parried. I'm gonna hold the cooldowns till after the second polarity shift. Hopefully, you know, we get another 50% chance to not be in front of the boss. If we're still in front of the boss, we just have to send the coolies. Yeah, fuck. I switched, and the tank switched. Unlucky. Now there's just not going to be enough time left in the fight for me to save them any longer. Okay, we're still on positive side, and we finally get to be behind the boss. Nice. What do we got? Remnants of Valor, double Eye of Diminution. Triple Circlet? Okay, well, we can off-spec roll a Circlet. I got a 26 off-spec. Damn, I'm not getting that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm missing the tier 3 tanking helmet on this character. Oh, they're giving me one anyways. I think Nut Police said they were past the OS roll. Respect. I mean, what else am I gonna spend my 18 Primal Hikari idols per week on? Alright, I wonder where we're going next. We did Spider and we did Abomination, so we've got Plague and Military Wing left. Are you able to sell the idols? You could. You could bring someone in and have them pay you gold to get the idols after you solo the bosses, but I'm not sure if that's going to get me in trouble with the GDKP ban, which the way that's phrased was you're not allowed to do raids where loot is distributed for gold. And it's like, I've got enough gold, I don't need to, like, do something that might get me in trouble. But what I will do is I will, what I've worked out is I will trade with people. I will say, look, you need 4 Primal Hikari idols. I need one of your 3 soft reserves in the next Scarlet Enclave we're both attending. And then they lose one of their soft reserves and, like, roll on at them for me. And if they win it, they give it to me. And then in exchange, I just go and get them 4 Primal Hikari idols. Are we ready? Mostly. Let me food buff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Razuvious time.
The time for practice is over. Show me what you've learned. Show me what you've got.
No armor debuff yet. Uh-oh. Red is a little scuffed. I'm gonna vanish. Did I don't think my threat dropped when I vanished. Man. Fucking vanish. I vanished and I didn't even, like, immediately break it. I sat there for a moment. Okay, well, we're in, this is the danger zone. Where we might, if anything goes wrong with that Death Knight understudy, he's gonna turn around and kill me. Oh, they said dropping in 10? I'm gonna walk over here. Okay. No! It was on the rogue tank for a month. God damn it, vanish. Didn't even drop my threat. Oh my god.
I'm just getting warmed up. An honorable.
Skill issue, I guess. Ay, ay, ay. I should mark off the helmet token on my chart. There we go. Thank you, Chain. My man. RIP world buffs? Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll just get more world buffs. Someone once told me back on Faerlina to use my Vanish as a threat wipe. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to do. I Vanish, and I didn't, like, immediately break it. Usually, if you, like, hesitate for a moment, you know, Vanish is much more reliable. Whereas if you immediately break your Vanish, it's pretty frequent that it doesn't drop your threat. So I thought I was doing it right. Shit, man. I need a granola bar. Now that it's been warm, I've been going outside and actually exercising more. And now I gotta eat more calories because I'm exercising more. Look at this. Look at that. Nuts and chocolate. Delicious. Kind bar. What does it say? Peanut butter dark chocolate. I think it's 2 ingredients. So these guys, I never go into melee range on them, which is why it's a perfect time to eat a granola bar. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Well, at least I got my peanut butter dark chocolate granola bar. Actually, it's not really a granola bar. What would you call this? Whatever. It says serving size 1 bar, 200 calories, 14 grams fat, 20 milligrams sodium, 17 gram carbohydrate, 3 gram fiber, 9 gram sugar, 7 gram protein. Yeah, maybe a bit higher on the sugar than I would appreciate, but whatever. I mean, if I'm doing a bunch of exercise, I can eat some stuff. Oh, he's spinning. Back out. Okay. This didn't occur to me. This is potentially rat behavior, but what if we switch to Saber Slash? Do I have the weapons to play Saber Slash? Because if I played Saber Slash, I could claim main spec on the Claw of the Frostworm. Any rats in chat? We're saber slashing now, you guys. We are now saber slash rogue. All right, let's go. Honey Badger. Quite the boss to go saber slash on. It's all in interest of the Claw of the Frostworm, okay? Ooh, I have a butcher shoulder. That's probably better than the toxicologist shoulder. Nice. Look, guys, my shoulder enchant is even enchanted properly for Saber Slash. This is okay. This is good. They're still talking about how they're distributing the melee and range here. Is classic hold up for Gothik in basically every group. I think I'd play Scarlet Enclave tomorrow as Saber Slash if I got Claw. Oh, you know something I was thinking about? Madlight might care about this. Once you have Queensfall, which auto-refreshes your Crimson Tempest and Rupture, I'm pretty sure these become, like, snapshot abilities, effectively, right? So, like, if you Jomgabard and did your Crimson Tempest on, like, the 10th tick of Jomgabar, and then you just perma-refreshed it with Queensfall, you'd have an extra 700 attack power in that Crimson Tempest. which means it would tick for an additional 630 damage every 2 seconds. So a perfect Jomgabar snapshot into the Crimson Tempest would be worth 315 DPS. If you're Master Subtletying it, also that's 10% on top of that. So then the Jomgabar, you could say, was 346 DPS. Big stun. The third dot that Mutilate rogues run, do Crimson Tempest, Rupture, and Occult Poison to fully activate the tier set. Man, it does not have the satisfying crunch of pressing Mutilate. Yeah, Saber Slash with that tier set is really kind of fucked up. Because the tier set bonus on Duskwraith, let me just inspect Madalite so I can show you what we're talking about. Yeah. 20% increased damage per your active poison or bleed up to 60%. The trouble is when you Saber Slash, for the damage over time portion of the Saber Slash, it does not count itself, and you need to have 3 effects active before you press Saber Slash if you want the full 60% bonus on the damage over time Saber Slash. That has to be before your very first Saber Slash. That's why it's called a snapshot. It has to be up first before you ever press it. So you have to, you know, the best way I've seen to make that function is you have a weapon swap macro with your poison knife, and you have a secondary weapon that has some bullshit random poison on it, like wound poison. And you, on pull, you poison knife, which triggers your wound poison and then automatically swaps to a different weapon, your regular weapon. The wound poison triggers your deadly brew, which gives you occult poison, so you're up to 2. Poison knife gives you a combo point. Your first ability you press on the target is going to be Crimson Tempest. Now you have bleed, poison, poison, and then you hit your Saber Slash. So it requires like the cleanest way to do it, which I think that's the cleanest way to do it. Requires like a secondary weapon in your bag with a different poison on it that you swap back and forth. It is pretty awkward, yes. After you get that initial Saber Slash activated with 3 poisons up, past that, I believe the Saber Slash debuff counts for your bonus. Alright, this is facing the wrong way. There's no armor debuff. He's gone. Well, the way I explained to set it up for Saber Slash, the benefit of that is that you get to cast Saber Slash on your 3rd global. If you're gonna sit there and try to put up Crimson and put up Rupture and put up a Poison, you know, you need Combo Point, then Rupture, then Combo Point, then Crimson Tempest. Then you can press your Saber Slash, so that gets you to, like, 5th global, or maybe 4th global if you get some, like, free combo points mixed in there. So the way I explained to set it up just gets everything activated as early as possible.
Invaders, cease this foolish venture at once. Turn away while you still can.
Come, Zeliek. Do not drive them out. Not before we've had our fun.
Enough prattling. Let them come. We shall drive.
Alright, to 4 horsemen we go.
I do hope they stay alive long enough for me to introduce myself.
I cannot kick these acolytes here.
And run away as fast as they can.
I've heard about enough of your sniveling. Shut your fly trap before I
Crimson up. Good.
Harness your rage. You will all have outlets for your frustrations soon enough.
Shoulder rune is Butcher. Alright, something's happening. Pulling stuff. Rogue Tank doing great in this raid, by the way. Rogue Tank pretty strong. I think people are finally coming around to, like, Rogue Tank being good. Honestly, every Calderan kill I've seen has been Rogue Tank. I haven't, like, gone out and looked for a bunch of Calderan kills, but everyone I have seen, Rogue Tank. Warrior tank last night. Alright, alright. Rogue tank, but no improved exposed armor? I don't know. Look, look. The bosses die. You know, when you're in a pug, it's like, as long as the bosses are dying, don't rock the boat. Don't tell someone, like, you gotta do this or you gotta do that. As long as things are dying, you know, just keep cruising. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, I would generally say, you know, if I was playing a rogue tank, I'm always putting exposed armor up for the group. Yeah, there's sebaceous poison on that guy. Here, Spirit of Naxxramas. This thing, we want to target and we want to stun it. Yo, 3 people dead. Not ideal. Targeting Thane Korthaz, building combo points. 3 combo points built. Alright, let's see. Look at our buff durations. Honey Badger, Draft, Giants, Firewater, that's all good. 17 minutes on the Grand Crusader. Food buff. Alright, they're distributing the people. You know, who's gonna go in back, who's gonna go in front, who's tanking what, who's healing where. All that kind of stuff. Any other tricks? Anything I could use in my bags that are good? Shadow protection potion? I burned all of those when I was trying to solo a car. Wait, why did I get a polar helmet? It gave me a polar helmet for some reason. That's okay. I don't need a polar helmet. Grats, thank you, thank you. New hat? Only if there's a change hat request or I feel like it. Change hat requests are 14,999 channel points. Boom, right there from BGH17. Quick hat change into pulling the boss in 8 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are we canceling this pull timer or are we going? Alright, we're going. What the hell is going on? Oh, the back of the room failed. No one went to the back right, so Sir Zeliek just wiped the raid. Yep. Yep. Put 3 hats on at once. Alright, they're reassigning who's going where. Because there was some confusion about what was supposed to happen there. Clearly. Giants, Honey Badger, Draft of the Sands, and away we go.
Flee before it's too late.
Someone was saying they do Mograine first on 4 Horsemen. I'm like, what? Who does Mograine first? No way. Thane first, always. I've never seen a group not kill Thane first. Damn. Someday that's gonna be me with QUEENSFALL on one of my characters. Maybe. I really hope I get a weapon drop on my tank rogue this week. I went in last week reserving 3 weapons as my soft reserves that could all serve as my main hand weapon. Just because I wanted to have really high odds of walking out with a weapon upgrade. None of them dropped. I wasn't even opposed on the soft reserves. I was like, there was one other person on one of those weapons, and then the other 2 weapons I was like completely unopposed on. None of them dropped. L. Rolled against 3 other guildies, one being a melee hunter who is getting Ashbringer. Bro, it is so fucking grief if you're getting prio to legendary and you roll on fucking in-between weapon upgrades. That's so fucking toxic. Man. Not as bad. Okay, in the terms of things that are fucking terrible, it's not as bad as the guy earlier today who said he won the roll on QUEENSFALL, but then the raid leader said you didn't kick enough and denied him the loot and gave it to someone else. That's worse than a meal. That's, yeah. I mean, they're both shitty situations, but I'm just remembering that from earlier today. Yeah, a guy came in here and he saw, he said that, like, he rolled and won the roll on QUEENSFALL, and then the raid leader just said, you didn't kick enough, and didn't give him the item. It's a fake story rage bait? I don't know. I mean, I told him to go, like, post proof or screenshots or anything on the Realm Discord, because that's some bullshit behavior, and if he has any receipts to back it up, you know, that would be good. But, you know, generally, like, I just believe someone and move on. Doesn't really impact me that much. Food buff. Both sides are a bit toxic / unhinged. We'll never truly know. Wait. Okay, so what you're saying is after this Naxxramas, we're gonna go check out the drama on the Realm Discord. That's what you're saying? Because I would love to do that. It's there to read. Yes. It's locked? Oh, what if they delete it? Okay, here we go. 4 Horsemen time.
4,
Second try.
2, 1.
No armor debuff. Field wall up. Are there any warriors dealing damage to this? There's no armor debuff on Thane Korthos.
What a bloody waste this is!
Oh, we save the sprint for when we go to Blamu because it's a longer distance, so I gain more value. Never mind, someone in back screwed up. GG. A GG. All right. Third try. Let's go. Now we need a stream prediction for will we get it on the third try. / prediction. Star prediction. Will they kill 4 horsemen on this try? I've phrased it in a way where I can use the same prediction for the next attempt also. Let me see if I can peep the Realm Discord about this drama. Let's see. Shoes versus Barefoots. What's the drama channel? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I think that's probably the drama channel. Ninja AQ40 loot. Multiple threads about that. Oh, here's a QUEENSFALL thread posted 2 days ago. This might not be the same one that was being referenced earlier. Hang on, who can I auto-follow? Sprinting. Auto-following while reading drama. Alright, pretty pathetic. Advertise as MS over OS and pick up some pugs, and just because QUEENSFALL drops, you immediately loot it to your guild rogue. Another rogue, Chili Crab, also feels the same. Ninjas. Edited post. Obviously. I thought it's MSOS. They just gave away the QUEENSFALL, so they scam us in with MSOS and they loot council. How the fuck can you get pug if you're gonna loot council stuff? Oh, shit. We failed. We failed the auto-follow going around the corner. It's the Ashes post? Okay. Hang on. You can read more drama. Ashes. Ashes allegedly... Yeah, that's it. That's the Ashes post. Needing to screenshot at the time of invite, so silly question. Alright, log shaming. They die early. They did not do very... I mean, they certainly didn't contribute much, but like... Unless you're specifically saying, like... You know, there's performance requirements here. You can't be denying people loot. Unless you make it very upfront, like, if you're gray parsing, you're not getting loot or something like that. Reborn Council, Reborn Council. It looks like he's kicking sometimes. Casting kick and actually interrupting ability. So this guy's saying like, oh, he didn't get the actual interrupts. But it's like, I mean, sometimes if you're kicking in a group, like sometimes the other people just kick first, but you're still doing your job. Stas Nasty and Bonkers. Who was given the loot here? Stas Nasty. And these other guys were denied loot, Bonkers and Chili Crabs. But it looks like Bonkers did, I mean, this is showing that he's doing a reasonable number of interrupts. You actually interrupted 0 times? No, the interrupt log tells you the actual interrupts. Casted kicks 6 times. I mean, this is showing he did 8 interrupts. $43? Is this one attempt or is this like all attempts? He's kicking fireballs on Doan. All right, we're back at 4 Horsemen. I mean, it may be, you know, I'm not debating that maybe this guy didn't contribute the most he could. But like, if you're gonna deny people loot based on bad performance, you have to be extremely upfront about that. It has to be very clear, like, if you don't do X and you don't do Y, you don't get loot. And if that wasn't clearly stated, then this is a problem. Let's see. Giants. Honey Badger. Draft of the Sands. Look at Electron. No, we don't need to do any more drama. We're back at 4 Horsemen. We can do the actual raid instead of killing time with reading drama. They're talking about changing the assignments again because I mean, again, we clearly did not not everyone was on the same page with understanding what's supposed to happen here. Yeah, they're talking about something like occult poison and mark of chaos stacking, which yes, they do. Pull in 15 seconds. Food buffing.
5, 4, 3.
Food buff acquired. Alright, closing prediction. What? I'm a little confused. Okay. Nice, we're all stacked for that. That's good. Big Venoms. He's dead. Go over here. The people in back are swapping. This is very much a danger moment where they could screw up the swap and the raid could wipe. But we haven't wiped yet. So, seems good. Seems like we're gonna be okay. Mograine shield walling. We have to stay here and burn this down. It's not an option. Okay, sprint. Vanish, so we get the Master of Subtlety bonus on our Saber Slash snapshot. Blade Flurry up. Void Zone, back the hell out of that. Some people just die into it instead. That's a choice. I think this top-down camera angle makes it easier for me to see when I've got Void Zone problems. Yep. Fuck. They're surrounding.
Who's next?
Nope. No more melee.
Your life is mine.
I guess I'm just gonna back out. Oh, I got the 4th mark. I was gonna try to back out before that mark ticked onto me. Oh wait, no, we have 4 marks. We can't go back in yet. I saw the void zones open up. Now we can go in. She's dead. Do we go for Zeliek and put occult poison? I don't think that's a good idea. Not a lot of people alive. Maybe we should. Yeah, if I just hang out over here and, you know, shiv occult or poison knife occult poison. This is not a problem. We're not going to be stacked. We're not going to be chaining anything. We're going to contribute the occult poison debuff. There we go. Will they kill 4 horsemen this try? In fact, yes.
Proceed,
We will.
and I will banish your souls to oblivion.
What do we get? Robe, breastplate, soul string. Do we want soul string on this guy? Yeah, we'd roll on it. Desecrated robe we do not need. We have tank chest and DPS chest already. Yo, 93. Let go. Soul string marked off the chart. Soul string, Simonize her. There we go. When would you run that over Darkrider's spine? When the simulator says it's more damage. All 3 of these guns range weapons are very similar. Like Soul String and Darkrider's spine, and then like this one when you're not expertise capped. And some gear sets are just gonna favor one or the other. Oh, they're doing a 5-minute break so one guy can go turn in his Atiesh. I figured we would have just kept going and he'd miss out on, like, a boss or something that maybe he's not concerned about. But, oh well, whatever. They say 5-minute break. You know what that means. It's time to read more drama on the Realm Discord. Alright, so the gist of the situation is some of these rogues were maybe not contributing very much to the group, and then they denied them loot. Round 2 time. So he just links them. Is this you griefing my raid? Okay, so the people from Ashes are just posting evidence of the accused people being maybe not great at the game. Raid leader told me to chase Doan and be on kick duty. You have to do 800 DPS. What did you kick? Yeah, I mean, if you chase Doan, he knocks you away and he teleports around. You don't do a lot of DPS. Bro, Johns, take a break. You've told me to... You've told me to spammed me to read this other drama post a bunch of times. I already responded to your request about reading the drama post. I don't need you spamming, telling me to read a different drama post. Total wipes, damage done, and I wasn't there for 2 of them as a prot warrior. Straight up AFK, couldn't even get the loot on the boss. Makes a post is crazy. Kill pull, I mean, it looks like he's actually interrupting stuff. All wipes and the pull. And the kill. Yeah, I mean, he interrupted a bunch of fireballs. If they told him to go on Doan, and he interrupted a bunch of fireballs, that seems like what they told him to do. You lied about joining the raid? Advertise MSOS and Pug. You had no weapon skill? I don't know where they came up with that. I mean, he apparently has weapon skill. Did no mechanics. Again, they're like really hammering home like he didn't perform well according to them. But like if you're gonna deny people loot because they didn't perform well, it has to be very clear in the upfront, like, in this raid, if you don't perform well, you're gonna get denied loot. And I haven't seen anything about, like, clearing a recruitment post or what the loot rules for this raid were. Meant to be a guild within guild raid helping the other out, a member trying to help recruited pugs without telling anybody in the raid, and for some reason also advertise it as MS over OS, which it isn't, so it's understandable that the few pugs that joined got confused and upset. Okay, this is the first thing I've seen about the loot rules. So this guy says it was 2 different guilds working together. It was what it was supposed to be, that it was not supposed to be a main spec over off spec raid, that someone else, unknowing to the organizers, recruited random pugs and told them it was an MS over OS raid, which he's saying it isn't. But I really just, I mean, I need to see what the, like, recruitment post was and what rules were laid out in the recruitment post. In a Loot Council guild run. Well, this guy says it's a Loot Council guild run. The guy complaining says it was an MS over OS run with pugs. Hang on, we're not quite in position. The break timer is over. One guy was going to, like, finish off his Atiesh, because he got 2 extra splinters. Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense to, like, join a run that's going to be loot counseled without, like, really specific idea of what, you know, is available. Rogue that got green and gray parses in Naxx and has no Scarlet Enclave parses is taken to a raid by a guild looking to kill bosses by bringing numbers. Rogue proceeds to do predictably poor DPS and mechanics. Guilds decide post-kill to change the loot rules, preventing Rogue from winning gear they don't think he earned. Rogue posts about this. Guild members proceed to bully Rogue in this Discord. Rogue isn't a great player. Guild are bullies and ninjas. That seems like, yeah, maybe about right. I mean, like, I don't know how much of the Rogue's poor performance is because he was told to chase Doan and interrupt Doan, and, like, you're not going to do a lot of damage doing that. And how much of it is maybe this guy's not very good. Why is he why is he posting this in a screenshot 4 times? Why did he post it in a screenshot 4 times? Yeah, I mean, I think I think what you need to make any sense, this is just people arguing at this point over nothing. What you need to make some sense of this is, like, what was advertised to Neon Bonkers? You know? Alright, well, I think we're back to actually doing this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Die, trespasser! Rise, my soldiers! Rise and fight once more!
Okay, good. Crimson Tempest up.
Casket
No, he teleport.
I will serve the master.
All right. Yeah. My impression with that drama post is that, you know, we don't have all the evidence. No one's posted, like, what evidence of what was advertised to Neon Bonkers. Neon Bonkers claims it was advertised as a main spec over off spec run. The people doing the run claim differently, and no one presented evidence one way or another as what it was advertised before. My suspicion is that Neon Bonkers is right. That these people, you know, were unintentionally vague or accidentally unclear or incorrect about the loot rules to try to get more people into their group. And then they dicked some people over on loot. That's what it seems like. But again, no one has presented evidence that would clarify that from either side. Who is your character of choice in Mario Kart? Okay, the most recent version of Mario Kart that I've played is Double Dash on the GameCube. And I'm trying to think about it. It's been a while. It's been a while since playing Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, let me tell you what. I think I got the Piranha guy, and I liked him a lot. Petey Piranha. Some guy got left behind, and they're explaining now how they don't actually need that guy for the boss, so maybe we won't summon him. Ah, the Heigan Gauntlet. Classic. Alright, targeting Heigan, stacking combo points. They are not stacked in the corner. They are far out from the corner. It's gonna reset. Now we're running in. Lip, so I don't get teleported away. Good Thistle Tea usage. Okay, Thistle Tea usage. Oh, yeah, okay, so someone outside the room aggroed a bunch more stuff, or something outside the room aggroed a bunch more stuff. Do a little Crimson Tempest there. I think we're gonna make it to the dance phase at this rate. Is that what's happening here? Damage on the boss seems rather low. What do we got? Girdle, Waistguard, Belt, Scourge Stone, Remnants of Valor, Icy Skill, Koeth, Icebane, Helmet. Got ported twice. That's, I mean, you should have lipped both of them. How about that? That's why DPS low. Well, should have got luckier too. Should have got luckier. These were my two chances. RNG my way to victory on Heigan because I don't get teleported and Brutalite does, and we had a strong opportunity on Patchwerk too, where Metalite and many of the other melees elected to stand in the slime for multiple seconds while DPSing. Got teleported before I could drop totems. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, sorry, Brutalite. That actually, based on your performance for that boss, we've decided since you didn't do very much damage, you're actually not going to be able to roll on that desecrated belt. Turns out this is a loot council run. I know it was advertised as a main spec over off spec type of situation, but actually, because your DPS was so low, we can't let you get roll on that desecrated belt. They're just saying, let Simon get the... They're saying, let the top DPS get the spore. There's no way that's gonna go... That's not a instruction that's gonna go over well in a pug.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, where's first spore? Lag? Hello? Popped? I didn't get it. No! We moved off the boss, yet didn't get the spore. There, got that one. So we lost twice as much uptime as you normally would have to get a spore. Unlucky, huh? But we didn't drop the Saber Slash stack, so that's good at least. Find a lot of times when I run to get a spore, it'll be so severely delayed that I'll drop my Saber Slash stack. No armor debuff on the boss, needs Saunders. Alright, all things considered, I'd say that went okay. Band of Unnaturals, that's very good item.
You have no idea what horrors lie ahead. You have seen nothing. The
Alright, Sapphiron time. 3 rogues, no one exposing, kind of sus. Yeah, well, there were 4 rogues, and the rogue tank was doing it, but then he died. Okay. Prediction. Star prediction. Will Simon win Slayer's Crest? Yes or no? Let's verify the soft reserves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 3 out of 5 rolls on Slayer's Crest in this group, okay? If it drops, we're 60% to get it, that means. For that performance, you aren't eligible for Slayer's Crest? Wait, if I wasn't eligible for Slayer's Crest, that means the other people that soft reserved it also aren't eligible. Does that mean you're the only one eligible to get Slayer's Crest in this group, Madalite? I mean, you did gap everyone by 7,000 DPS. So, there's that. The boss is started already. It's spawning. I think someone like walked up too early or something. Saying one of the tanks doesn't have alpha. Yeah, I don't think this was intentional. I think it was early. We go over here. Spread out from everyone. 27 seconds on sprint, so I don't have sprint for this. To get a little closer to whichever ice block we're going to go for. There's a very close ice block. Oh, I didn't need to slice and dice there. That was a mistake.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, he's facing front. Evasion, so I don't die to a cleave there while I move over here. Okay. Full blood and venom. Blizzard. A pretty bad spot. Multiple blizzards covering the melee. 30,000 points on yes, 34,000 points on no. Gotta close this prediction as soon as Lost dies. There's gonna be no more air phases here. Ready, set. Prediction closed. Did it even drop? No, Blizzard! No, Blizzard! Might of the Scourge, Shroud of Dominion, Fortitude of the Scourge, Remnant of Valor, Glyph of Deflection, Power of the Scourge, Sapphiron's Left Eye, didn't even drop. Didn't even drop.
It is good that you serve.
Not even a Claw of the Frostworm.
All will serve the Lich King, and in the end, you shall be rewarded. So long as you do not falter.
Simon wins Slayer's Crest? No.
Wait, what is this?
Shroud of Dominion, I've already got that on this character.
Have failed. See to this
Okay.
interruption immediately.
Yes, Master.
Ooh, brutal. Oh, you were going for the cloak and the enchant. Okay, didn't win the cloak. Unlucky. Low roll on the cloak. But the enchant, 38, 64, 84. Nice. Congrats on the enchant. Wait, it was all Simon I Show viewers rolling for the enchant? It was two Brutalite and one Rassi roll. Okay, I realized actually that my true calling is to be Mutilate. Now that Claw the Frostworm didn't drop. And that really this whole time in my heart, I've been a Mutilate rogue. Yep. Yeah, it's true. Time to trade 4 idols for 1 shoulder enchant. Could do it, yeah. Man, what if I go to Naxxramas runs and someone wins a Slayer's Crest and I'm like, listen, I'll trade you 4 idols if you trade me that Slayer's Crest right now. Neither 1 cloak, but he's resto. Yeah, but if it's in soft reserve, he can reserve what he wants, you know? Loatheb says you found a build that sims higher than THC Claw. Blah, 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 blah. 2-piece Scarlet DPS. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it sims higher than a build without. I mean, all the things I have posted are either pre-Scarlet Enclave, not using 2-piece DPS, or full bis Scarlet Enclave. What you're talking about, Loatheb, is somewhere in between that. Yeah, I mean, Razzie and Brutalite, Brutalite didn't lose. Brutalite got the enchant, but we mostly lost. Slayer's Crest didn't drop. You know, everyone lost the roll on the cloak. You know, it's the way it is. Wait, what's happening? There's some loot drama. Wait, something Miso tied on the caster enchant? They said someone already equipped it. Can you give him the shoulder enchant? Said he used it. Can we look at rolls better? Uh-oh. 2 people tied on shoulder enchant. Someone got awarded it and instantly put it on. Which one? Desecrated, Glyph of Deflection, Might of the Scourge. That's not the one we're talking about. Shroud of Dominion. Oh gosh, it's not even in my loot log. Loot. Oh, the loot rolls aren't in group loot, so they don't show up in the...
5, 4, 3.
Alright, he just left the raid.
1.
It's too late.
Soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call.
We lost 2 healers just now. Wait, Miso Holy. Did anyone else leave? Not sure. Other ones DC'd? I don't know. Oh, I'm still on Butcher. That's what I forgot to swap back for the Mutilate build. Oh, well, that's fine. Went to get cake. Apparently, 2 people tied the roll on one of the shoulder enchants, and instead of re-rolling, it was awarded to one person who then immediately attached it to their shoulder. And then the other person left the raid group. Because, I mean, there was no resolving that situation if it was already applied. They both left. Wait, they both left the raid group? Who were the two? It was out of my chat log already. Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed about that too. What if we get our own drama post on the Crusader Strike Discord from the run we participated in? Then we could drama farm our own raid. Oops, skeleton just popped. Wait, was that a... was that a skeleton pop from the Felguard running in? Bro, what's going on? Alright. Alright, boss time. Double Soul Weaver.
The end is upon you.
Okay. Okay, boss time, boss time, boss time. Oh shoot, I was trying to do a whole like saber / snapshot sequence. And then I like halfway through it I realized, wait a second. I am mutilate. Alright, I'm trying to be back left. Shadowfishers keep kind of fucking it up. Oh, Madalite has threat. Ooh, I'm iced. QUEENSFALL tanking.
Your soul is
Rupturing instead of Crimson because there are mind controls out. Don't want to Crimson my teammates. Like that. Not on a proper tank right now. So we have to kick all the frostbolts. I think it's just straight up not being tanked. Okay, I burned my vanish, which is not smart. Let me pull it back to the middle, I guess. What else am I gonna do? I'm the tank now. Shard. Okay, it's back on Shard Farmer the Warlock. Okay, good. Kick. Need armor debuffs on the boss. It's been a continual problem in this raid.
Master, I require aid. Very well. Warrior,
Oh shit, I should have kicked that frostbolt. Okay,
rise up.
lock in.
I command you to fight. Kill.
Yeah, I tried to kick that one.
Let none survive.
Guardians are coming in. All I can really do is, well, nothing, actually.
The dark void awaits you.
Said 2 healers ice blocked at once, they said. Ah. Tank died to Void Blast. How did Kel'Thuzad melee for 30,000 damage? That's a lot. That's a lot. I didn't think he'd, like, hit that hard. Alright. So, tank died of Void Blast. This guy just, I don't know, ripped Threat early or something? Died. Crossbolt, Sniper... melee. I mean, once the main tank is dead, then it's like, okay, a bunch of other people are just gonna die. Gerb dying to Frost Blast. Do you need me to go tank? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, let's see. I don't think I have the tank seal in my inventory. I can go get it. Alright, we've been promoted to tank. Let's see how our tank set looks. Butcher? Sure. Don't have the helmet. Do I want 2-piece for the cleave? Is there a reason I wouldn't want to cleave? Yeah, I wouldn't want to cleave during the mind controls. So let's intentionally disable... I want here this thing. Wrist guard. I could probably do Carnage. Like, he doesn't auto attack that much? Do I really need unfair advantage? Combat potency. Nope. Then we need to put maces +3, maces +0, so we want mace rune there, and defense rune. Ring of the Emperor Veclor. Mace rune. Yes, let me click it. Good, tank seal active, hitting some consumes. Lots of consumes to drink. Here. Do I have stone shield? I have no stone shields. Well. Demon Slayer, Giants. We can hit Fortitude. Ooh, I have a Ground Scorpok assay. I want to save that for something else, or do I want to burn it here? Ironsides? I've got Ironsides. Bro, why is it not letting me do that? Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to be equipping here. Sorry, what's that? Okay. Okay.
Five, four, three.
I have some kind of useful potion on my action bar, but I don't think I have any.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
Let's see. Mesh, is this a Windfury group or a Grace of Air group in Group 5? I don't know, just do Grace of Air and I'll put stone on my main hand. I got changed into a different group with a different shaman. Dave in Space, hello! Thank you for the raid. 6 million viewers, insane. Hope you had a good stream, Dave in Space. Hope you had a good day. We're towards the end of what we're doing today. Nax group had some loot problems, distributed to the wrong people on Sapphiron, and then some of the players that were wronged by that mistake decided to leave the group, and now we are struggling on Kel'Thuzad. So second try Kel'Thuzad. I've been promoted to tank. I don't think I have any other potions. Oh, this one. There we go. Good. Now I feel like I don't have any other potions that I can drink for any benefit here. Have I ever tanked Kel'Thuzad before? I'm trying to think. I know I've like tanked parts of a Nax run. But I don't think I've tanked Kel'Thuzad. I don't know if I've tanked Kel'Thuzad before. Pretty sure I've seen you tank Kel'Thuzad. Yeah, I mean, that could be true. Maybe I did. But I don't tank often. Okay? Another tank getting the Nerubians when they spawn? Sure hope so. I hope someone else is doing that. Big pull there. Damn. Trying to... Oh, wait. I can just cheese combo points on this thing that isn't even aggroed while everyone else hits stuff. Then I can get my big blade dance off of that. Okay, why am I not getting any Honor Among Thieves points now? Scammed.
The end is upon you.
Getting out-threaded. Frick.
Void awaits you.
Okay, so far so good. Both doing way more threat than the other next highest DPS.
Your soul is bound to me.
Now it's my turn. Can do a blade flurry now that the mind control's over.
Very well. Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise up. Fight, kill, and die for your master. Let none survive. Your soul.
No! Mind controlled. Mind controlled. What's your go-to grub when you're greasing off the grizzy? Good question. If you got any good, like, bar, pub type of place near you, you know, that serves a slightly overpriced burger but pretty greasy, that's where I'd go. Collect these guys. Uh-oh, we're dead. It's over. Oh my god. Is the boss dead, though? Oh my god. They did it. I thought that was... Oh my god, that was close. QUEENSFALL dropped? Yo. MC Simon killed 2 to 3 people. Easy. We got mage reses or no? Oh, we got 1 mage res. Let's go. Hammer of the Twisting Nether, Might of Menethil, QUEENSFALL. Desecrated ring, phylactery. Nice. Okay, we don't need any of that loot, but that's decent loot. I'm sure someone's happy about that QUEENSFALL. There's got to be someone happy about the QUEENSFALL, right? QUEENSFALL reserved by Nut Police. Let's go. Only reserve. Congrats to Nut Police on the QUEENSFALL. Huge. KT killing all the DPS. Simon be like, let me just grab the scarabs. Yeah, well, I was like infinity far behind on threat. I didn't think I was gonna build up enough threat to like be able to control Kel'Thuzad. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go control these things. Oh well. Another raid, no Slayer's Crest, but such is life. We did get a bunch of off-spec pieces. I don't think we even asked for this robe. Hang on. Yeah, we have no need to... I've actually no need for this robe. Anyone in raid need desecrated robe? It was put in my inventory. I don't need it. Does anyone in the raid need this desecrated robe? It's in my inventory and I don't need it at all. I don't think a lot of people wanted them. Oh, Nut Police says he'd take for off-spec. Yeah, okay. I'll meet him up in Orgrimmar. GG. Classic. Wait. Can you... Wait, I'm trying to get... Okay, so Nut Police wants the chest armor, but he's in Orgrimmar, and I can't get to Orgrimmar easily, at least. So we have to figure out how we're gonna get there.